Ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, I'm your host, Jomil Luna, and welcome to the Community Spotlight Podcast. Okay, if you love discovering the best of what's right outside your door, hidden gems, unforgettable experiences, and the kind of moments that make life feel full, then you are in the right place today. Because today we're talking about someone who doesn't just recommend where to go. She moves culture across New Jersey, New York City, and beyond. Amanda Morrison is the creator behind Don't Sit Home. And trust me, the name says it all. Through her digital platforms, she's built a movement that inspires people to get up and get out and truly live. Whether it's lifestyle, travel, small businesses, sports, or community, you're not just scrolling, you are discovering. And it doesn't stop there. She's also the host of the Best of New Jersey podcast, where she sits down with some of the most influential voices shaping New Jersey today, diving into the stories, the hustle, and the communities behind their success. From contributing to Pix 11 Morning News, Weekend Planner, to serving on the board of directors for the Hoboken Community Center, to building powerful partnerships across media and businesses, Amanda is the definition of influence with intention. So if you ever asked yourself, what should I do this weekend? Don't worry, she's already got the answer. Let's get into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, welcome to the Community Spotlight Podcast, Amanda Morrison.
Thank you for having me.
Amanda, welcome.
Thank you. I don't know how I can even follow up the intro. Thank you.
Girlfriend, I wanted to do you justice.
Oh, you did
right?
beyond that.
So let's get right into it. You are such an inspiration to so many, to me, but also so many in New York and New Jersey, because you don't sit home.
I mean, I'm tired, but I definitely don't sit home. That is a true statement. So there's no false advertising here.
Exactly. So you are true to your brand. So tell us, how did you start Don't Sit Home?
So I actually was working in legal for Associated Press. I was working in media, but I've always been that person who loves to do everything. So I was always finding, typical touristy things and when traveling, but I really loved unique experiences in general. I mean, I just never wanted to sit home. So, a lifetime. It sounds so simple, but it is. I think that's actually why I started it, because I was always amazed by how many people were struggling with finding inspiration of things to do.
Yes.
And it didn't even have to be something like crazy or unique. Just in general, like people are like, oh, I should go for a hike today, or oh, I should go try a new restaurant. But then it was really more of I would do a lot of unique experiences, and a lot of people would be like, oh, well, how did you find that event? I'm like, how did you not? And this was 2000 and
I was going to ask what year?
So about 2013.
Okay.
So I actually left Associated Press in 2014 to do a full time when being an influencer wasn't even a thing.
Oh, wow.
But it was in a time where, social media was a thing, but not as much. So it wasn't as easy. I mean, now, obviously, social media has changed completely, and it's a lot easier to find things to do. But back then, I was just very good at finding either, those unique experiences on my own, or finding certain platforms to be able to discover them. And I just wanted to share that with the world. I thought maybe it'd be a fun way to document my own life, but also inspire people to go out and live your life. And then all of a sudden, people cared.
Yeah, because they were inspired by you, and you're showing people, you're showcasing, right, that you can do it too in small little ways, or maybe more extravagant ways. And we're going to definitely get into more details later. But Amanda, I think you're such an inspiration to so many people watching, because I think, especially around the summer months, right, people are looking for free things to do, fun things to do, date night things to do, and people just sometimes don't know, or they get stuck in a rut, or maybe they're going through a tough time and they don't know really what direction to take. Right? But how do you do your research behind what to do?
I mean, I do a lot of the things that I show. I kind of, sometimes I'm very honest and transparent. I really showcase what I've done and I've really enjoyed, or that I've heard good things about.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing, is that you will never go to my page, and if I've posted about it, I genuinely liked it. I've had, everyone's had, positive and negative experiences.
Of course.
And there is, I'm not going to try to inspire someone to have a bad time or to go spend their money on something that's not worth it.
Exactly.
So I try to be very true to my brand of inspiring people, to do things that are worth their time, their money. I mean, you know, that's two of the most valuable things that we have. So I want people to be able to go to my page and have a positive experience.
Amazing, amazing. And so you heard it here. Amanda actually does what she says, okay? So you're hearing it from the source, okay? So Amanda, how do you create like your best life, right? Because like you said, you also participate in the actual experiences that you're promoting, right? But what does creating your best life mean to you?
I mean, honestly, one, not waiting around for anyone. If I want to go do something, I make sure I do it. I'm a big promoter into enjoying the life you live with the people that are around you, but also to not wait around for anyone to do it. So
Don't wait around, y'all.
I have been a hypocrite with that, you know, in the past, you know, whether it's been dating or anything, you know, there's person will always like want to go see that art exhibit, but guess what? There's an endpoint to certain things, and then you don't have that opportunity. So sometimes if I wake up and I'm like, I just want to have a me day, and I'll go do something that maybe has a time limit or just seasonal, and I just make sure that I do everything that I want to do, or also with the fact that I get a lot of questions about things. So, you know, I'm like, you know what? I want to be that resource for people. So maybe it wasn't even on my bucket list, but I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a lot of questions about this. There is interest, you know, and if I don't like it, I just won't do it again. Or I can at least show people my, you know, my actual experience doing it.
Yeah. You know, Amanda, you hit a chord right there because I figure, you know, as a person that relates to you a lot because I also don't like to sit home. But the times that I have sat home the most are when I'm waiting around. When I'm waiting around for a friend to meet me or when I'm waiting around for a partner to meet me, right? So like on date night or friends night, you know, like one of the worst things is for people to like either keep you waiting or cancel on you. And then you're like, oh my gosh, like, so you don't wait for anyone. And I love that concept of not waiting for someone else to bring you joy. You are your own joy, right?
I try to be.
I love that.
I mean, there's always, you know, I do sit home once in a while.
Okay,
I did sit home last night preparing for this a little bit. But, you know, the fact that I want to go experience everything, you know, we only have a certain amount of time in life, and I really want to fit. I mean, sometimes I bite off a little bit more than I can chew because sometimes, but also at the same time, like I remember last year, I kind of got into my own head right around New Year's. You know, you're always doing those recaps of
New
like
Year's resolution and all that. Yep.
But you know, you're doing those like, you know, my year in review. And I was actually kind of getting upset because I didn't think my year in review was going to be kind of what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And then I'm going through thousands of videos. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that, or I forgot that was this year. And like sometimes I know I do more in a month than some people do in a year. So I need to give myself a little bit more credit.
Give yourself credit. Yeah, girlfriend. I'm sure you're doing the most. And so sometimes we don't remember. Right. But we have these beautiful things called phones. And so they remind us now. Right? You know, you always get like that little memory pop up or something, or you can scroll back, right? And now it's so great to like just be able to like, you know, go back and remember a memory, but also we have the ability to post, right? And that's why posting is so important, right? Because sometimes it's a historical archive for us as people, but also for society, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you want to find out what to do today, just go to Don't Sit Home. And it'll be in the immediate, like, first 10 posts, you can figure out maybe something to do, right?
Well, I think that people also like the fact that they can see it through my eyes. So there are like a lot of my followers or new, some people just pop in, but some people have gotten to know me over the years and they're actually really like kind of trusting like my judgment or my style of like things to do. I mean, I've even had followers reach out to me saying like, you know, I haven't seen you post about this, but like, do you have any recommendations? Like, have you ever been to this city? Do you have recommendations? Because I like your style of traveling too. And they just like seeing like certain experiences the way I kind of travel. It's like taking a stranger with you, but that's a weird way to put it.
No, but I get it. I totally get it. And Amanda, what's one of the most powerful moments that you feel you've created so far with your content?
It's hard to put just one.
There's many, right?
There's many, but I think that actually having people recognize me and telling me about experiences that they have created for themselves because of me, whether being inspired to go out by themselves or a restaurant they went to or a vacation, or I'm very close with my parents and I talk a lot about my family and how some people have actually like reached out about how they have like made it more of an effort to like just bond with the people in their lives. It doesn't necessarily need to be your parents, but like whether they're going through a health thing or just getting older or just like life is too short, you know? It's easy to make excuses not to see people.
Yeah. And you know, Amanda, you mentioned your family. And so I wanted to kind of like touch on that because we are in I'm not gonna say our age, but we are in an age bracket that we knew life before social media, right? And now we know life with social media, but maybe our parents and grandparents don't necessarily understand it. Does your family support your content creation?
Oh, my parents have been the biggest supporters. I mean, I remember when I said, hey, I'm going to quit my very good legal job at one of the biggest media companies in the world to be an influencer, but it wasn't even, I didn't even have those words. Like being an influencer in 2013 or 14.
It didn't make sense to people.
It wasn't even a word.
It wasn't.
You kind of was content creation. I think I had a bigger following on Facebook, which is kind of, when I think back, not really should have been, or shouldn't really have been the plan, but they've been the biggest supporters. I mean, even before like Instagram stories, there was only Snapchat, and a lot of people use Snapchat for a lot of different reasons. But I was using it because that was the first platform you really could show experiences. So I'm like, oh, here's me walking into this restaurant, here's what I ate, but in video format that people were really connecting to. Yeah. My parents both downloaded Snapchat. They were both following me there. They've always like kept up. They're both on TikTok. They both like follow, and they might not understand. Sometimes I have to walk them through like, you know, they don't understand that like your feed is not always necessarily like the page. My mom's like, didn't come up yet. I'm like, no, you can go click on it. Like there's certain things that like you still need to explain. But they have been two of the biggest supporters from day one.
All right, beautiful. And you know what? I want to sit there for a minute because I think sometimes we expect people to just understand, but we have to catch them up, right? And it could be anyone in our circle, but also our family and friends, right? We might have to catch them up if they're a little bit older, they're not social media savvy. So it's something important to talk about because sometimes we assume maybe that everybody understands this world. And this is a different world, right, Amanda?
It is. I mean, it keeps changing. That's also the hardest part because it's like, I liked your post, and like, what platform? Or what, you know, was it your story? Was it your, you know, a lot of people don't understand the importance of even just that engagement for a small business. Like, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. So even just having someone like a post for me supports my business. Maybe you're not buying a product from me, but actually liking my post or saving it or engaging with it, that actually really does support me. And a lot of people don't understand it because it's not me just, you know, being vain, being like, please like all my posts. It's like, no, but
it's
actually, please like my post.
It's your business.
It's not like I don't need you just to tell me like I look pretty in a picture. I mean, that helps, but like, you know, it's not. A lot of people don't understand the value of, you know, engagement in social media. I think that's like probably the hardest thing to push through.
Yeah. And I kind of want to sit there for a little bit because this is something that I think other content creators and influencers would love to know, right? But just anybody that's curious watching, right? Like, what is this world of content creation? How did you turn Don't Sit Home into a business?
I did not go the
traditional route.
Did not go the traditional route. I did not go the safe route. I did not go. It was not normal at all. Yeah. But I mean, even the fact that like figuring out if it could be a business. I mean, I didn't go. I always wanted to be my own boss with something. I did not think that this maybe was necessarily going to be it, but I knew it was turning into something. I mean, when people even were assuming it was my business or asked me to do something at like 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, I'm like, I have a job. Like, I can't do that.
I can't just leave,
but you know what? I saw kind of the need out there. I actually got offered a promotion when I decided to actually like rip off the Band-Aid.
Oh, wow.
So it's not even, you know, a lot of people, and not knocking anyone who goes into this world in a different way. I mean, but a lot of people, I mean, and I love it that people have taken hard times and turned it into something magical. I'm so supportive of in any path that you've gone on. I just realized there wasn't a need for it now, and now it is saturated. So it does make it sometimes harder, but at the same time, it shows I was on the right path. Because when people told me I was crazy, now it's an actual, like, it's a known thing.
It's an industry, billions of dollars, okay? Influencers are making more than some athletes and some stars, Hollywood stars, right?
Well, that's when people told me I was nuts, and I'm like, I'm onto something. I didn't know quite what it was, and I kind of regret not taking certain opportunities back then, but overall, like I was not like a trailblazer, but kind of at the same time. I mean, even around like Hoboken, I was one of the first people to, you know, be a known person in Hoboken. And then I think back to like, you know, how I started to where I am today. It's like the amount of experiences I've had in general is mind-blowing.
I know, Amanda, it's crazy how much you've built in this amount of time, but it's amazing because you are a trailblazer, and I think that a lot of people watching probably can be inspired because maybe they want to follow in those footsteps and don't know how. What are some quick, simple steps that people can take just to start maybe creating some content tomorrow?
To not care.
To not care. Hello, don't care.
I mean, honestly, I mean, do I get in my own head? Yes. Do I edit, you know, like over edit videos being like, oh, that clip of me eating a cheeseburger was like 1 second too long? But at the same time, I have gotten criticized in so many different ways. And you know what? If I had listened to some of those criticisms, I wouldn't be sitting here with you
That's
right
right.
now.
All
I mean,
right, I
I
love
also wouldn't have like left my job, or I would have been like, okay, this didn't work out exactly how I wanted to. In like 2 weeks, I should go, find another corporate job. I have, I've worn a lot of different hats. I've done a lot of different things. And I think putting myself in one box not putting myself in one box has really helped me grow as a person, through my profession. And I just think a lot of people are like, well, what would people think? It's like, if I cared what people think, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, amazing, Amanda. So you know what? We're going to jump to some fun stuff, all
Okay.
right? So we have a cute little setup that Amanda did such an amazing job with today, and we're going to actually take you through stations. And Amanda, so I'm going to name the station, and then you take us through each one by one, okay?
Okay.
So the first station is Free and Fun, ladies and gentlemen. Amanda, take it away.
Okay, so I might be a little bit all over the place
Okay,
with
it's
all
fine.
these categories.
Don't worry.
But the fact that there is just so much to do.
Yes.
I mean, that's one thing. When I started Don't Sit Home, a lot of people are intimidated because they think that life just has to be expensive, and it's not.
It could be free and fun.
Yes. I mean, honestly, for me, I love the outdoors. So we're in our prime. It is beautiful, or it's getting beautiful. Mother Nature has not been able to make up her mind. But I live in Hoboken, but the fact that there's so many waterfront walkways and stuff too.
Yeah.
You can go biking. I mean, technically, if you have your bike, it's
A
free.
city bike,
but you can
or
do
if
a
you
city
have a
bike. It's
bike, right?
very
Yeah,
cheap. So not
exactly.
technically free.
Yeah,
but you can go biking. You can go, the waterfronts between the West Side Highway or the Hoboken
Yes.
waterfront is beautiful. I mean, even
You could do a picnic at the waterfront, at the grass.
Oh, it's one of my
On a
favorite.
bench?
Oh, it's one of my. Oh, I mean, honestly, you can do it anywhere too. But even you have Little Island. So
Yeah,
you can see
Little Island is free.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Little Islands.
Little
Between
Island.
you have anywhere from even down at Brookfield where you have the winter garden with all the palm trees. You have Little Island. You go all the way up in between the east side and the west side, down South Street Seaport. There's just so many different parks that they also have free events and stuff like that too.
Yes, I love it. Beautiful. Okay, so you mentioned waterfronts, local street fairs, free museums, outdoor movies. Amanda, I love it. And you've done a lot of it, right?
Well, the fact that even for museums and stuff like that too, they have for New York City, it's suggested, it's pay what you want. So technically, you can get a little donation, but you can go for free. There's in Chelsea, just walk around. There's free art gallery openings all the time. It's it's also New York. There's a pop-up street fair every day.
There's something to do every single day in the tri-state area. All right, Amanda, so moving on to expensive but worth it.
All right. So it's hard because there's a lot of things that are expensive but worth it, but I think rooftop, it's rooftop.
Over here,
So we are rooftop dining.
Rooftop
I'm
dining.
sorry.
I love me a good rooftop dining.
Is,
Hello.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a rooftop, and I think that even now, I get a lot of influencer invites, and it has been the openings. Literally, the roofs are opening everywhere. So there are so many different places. I actually just went to. It was Golden Child at the Hotel Park Avenue, Golden Hour down the Financial District, and even the W Hotel in Union Square.
Oh, yeah.
They just opened, and then so it's hard to believe that they are the only rooftop in Union Square.
What?
And they just opened
We
for
have
the
to
first
go.
time. Oh,
Yeah.
it is the Sunset Golden Hour, or I guess Golden Hour is the theme, but the W Hotel was absolutely stunning. But I can't believe that Union Square has one rooftop.
That's crazy.
So even prices can vary too. I mean, everyone always has a happy hour and stuff like that. But in general, it's New York City. I feel like you just walk outside. It's expensive anywhere.
Exactly. All right, amazing. So rooftop dining, luxury spa day. You could do a Michelin star restaurant, a VIP sports event, because I see that you have the baseball there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, I was going to say, let's touch on the spa real quick because of two of my favorite spas, Sojo and Edgewater.
Oh, yes.
And QC
I
at
haven't been yet, but I want to go,
QC on Governor's Island.
Okay, QC.
You can take the ferry over to Governor's Island, and then it's this beautiful spa. So you can stay there. There are different pools inside of their different spa rooms.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
All right, amazing. All right, so my favorite part, date night.
Oh, God, you really? Hold on. I'm going through my notes. We got to catch
don't
up.
worry. Yes. So I have a few notes. Cozy wine bar, sunset picnics, interactive experiences, live music.
Well, let's start with actually one of my favorites is Please Don't Tell. And I think it's just it's very unique because it's a speakeasy in the East Village.
Okay.
But you go through, so Criff Dogs is a hot dog shop, and then you have to go through, you kind of have to call them, and it's a phone booth, and then you go so you call them.
Wow, so
and
cool.
either if they have room, they can take you, or you put your name down, and then
Yeah.
you go in, and then you have your like speakeasy experience.
Amazing.
So if you want something that, I mean, there's speakeasies all over New York, but if you want like a little bit of an extra kind of
That's
flair
right.
to something unique, I think that's a really cool thing.
Okay.
But you also could just do like interactive, like a cooking class or something. I know like Keste down on Fulton Street, like they do classes all the time, which I think is fun. Or Hudson Table in Hoboken. Like I think that's something fun to do, like with either a current partner or a new partner. It's not just it's not just drinking and eating, but it's drinking and eating, but in a fun way.
In
I
a
guess.
fun way,
Yeah.
right? It's about creating a fun experience. So, right, so I have a note here. What's one mistake people make when planning date night?
I think actually not planning it.
Not planning.
I think pushing it on to the other person.
Ah.
So I think that a lot of people will just be like, oh, what do you want to do? Or what do you think that just kind of just pushing off. Like, I mean, a lot of people know what I like to do and what I do for a living, but I'm like, well, you're an accountant. Do you want to do my taxes for fun? Probably not. Like, I don't, like, it's nice to have someone do it for you.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, when I started Don't Sit Home, it wasn't as easy to find things to do. I think it's the fact that it's like, if you're full of excuses and you can't find something to do with the amount of influencers online, guides, everything too, you seem like you're being lazy. It's
Gotcha.
not hard to make a plan.
No,
and it can just,
exactly.
it doesn't have to
do
be
some research.
Yeah.
We live in the age of Google. We have ChatGPT. We have all the apps.
Well, the fact that you can find something tailored to your needs so easily,
Yes.
and the fact that if you were just to give that up, I don't understand how it just can't do it.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, all right, Amanda. So as a single man, solo vibes. What are some ideas?
Oh God, I mean, I love a good spa day.
I love a good spa day,
I love
yeah.
a good spa day. I love a sunset. I love a sunrise. I love pairing it with maybe like a unique coffee shop. Whether it's like if you're going for a sunrise. I mean, for me personally, I either go to the Hoboken Cove Community Boathouse and I'll watch the sunrise there. Because sometimes I go,
beautiful.
I mean, depending on the time of year, sometimes you're,
should go.
oh my God,
Yeah.
I would love it. But depending on
Yeah.
the time of year and the different time of the sunrise is when like coffee shops would be open. So sometimes I either pair it with before the sunrise or I pair it with afterwards too.
Cute.
And I can just kind of like relax and stuff,
All
which
right,
is nice.
I love this pairing.
And then, but even for like at night, either going for a walk or, I mean, I also love, I mean, I will take myself to like for a glass of wine, for a drink, my tip is like to go, I'll go sit at a bar. Like I would never,
Yes.
I mean, not that I haven't done it, but I won't get like a table for one. I go to a place that has like a bar seat.
More social.
I try
Yeah.
to also always get a bar seat that's like towards the middle so you don't feel alone.
Yes.
I think I had a follower, actually I did have a follower recently ask me for tips about wanting to go out and watching a hockey game by herself. And she said she saw that I like to do that. And she was like, do you have any tips for me going out by myself? And so I was like, all right, you go to a bar that has a bar seat, make sure it has a bar seat, try to sit towards the middle.
Yes.
Like, don't be annoying, but like, you can chit chat it up
You
with
can
the bar.
chit-chat, yeah.
If the bartender's not that busy, like
Or your
making,
neighbor, yeah.
Yeah, I just, there's so many different ways. Or the fact like live music, or I think one of my posts that got the most engagement lately is I took myself to a hockey game by myself. And I was like, come with
beautiful.
me on a solo date. And the amount of DMs of people, men, women, just saying how that inspired them to just go out and be like, why can't I just go to a concert by myself if I want to go?
I love that. I love that. And I'm going to insert myself a little bit. I recently went to Sedona on a solo birthday trip, and I totally sat by myself, and I sat in different sections of the restaurant and the bar, and people were so friendly, and they were like, hey, what are you doing here? Like other people, right? Sometimes you underestimate that people are willing to have a conversation with you
yeah.
if you just say hello. Just say hello. That's it. And if they don't say hello back, then keep it moving and have your dinner or have your wine, right?
I mean, I have met so many friends from traveling. Like, I have a lot of friends in Austin, and I have friends that either moved here to there, friends through those friends, and then other people I've met through just being out too, from going so much. I mean, just the
Yeah.
power of being nice. It just,
Right?
it goes
so
a long
simple.
way. Yeah.
So simple. Just say hello. All right, beautiful. Okay, so some ideas just to recap: coffee shops, solo brunches, wellness classes, exploring a new neighborhood. Love it, love it, love it. All right, Amanda, family friendly. We have it right over here.
All right. So let's see. We have American Dream.
Oh, I love it. Yes, love
So
it.
I recently just had someone on my podcast too, and she was talking a lot about like motherhood, and I was asking her that as well. an American Dream has, I mean, it has like the water park, it has like the Nickelodeon, I think it's Nickelodeon World.
That's right.
But they also have like the, you can go skiing or snowboarding there too. And also you've been to American Dream, right?
Yeah, I love it.
So it's I don't know, those animal
Oh my gosh.
like go-karts.
People ride them with their kids. It's the funniest thing in the middle of the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, downstairs. Yeah, I saw it recently.
But they have like a lot of interactive things too. But also for like, I mean, for kids and adults, they have actually the New Jersey Hall of Fame Museum too, which is interesting and interactive.
Yes.
I actually worked the red carpet for their induction back in I think it was November. But they inducted like the Jonas Brothers and Martin Brodeur, and there's just so much that there. I mean, it's a huge mall.
It's a huge mall, but there is so much to do, and I do have to give them credit for giving people options on like little interactive things. They have free shows. There's multiple levels. There's water parks. There's just so much to do. You can really spend the whole day there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I spend too much money there, but it's okay.
But you can also do everything. I mean, even just in general with parks, there's so many different playgrounds. There's a lot of like kid-friendly bars. I mean, even Pier 13 too.
That's right, in Hoboken, Pier 13,
You can go out to the pier. I mean, I always like kind of say that, you know, the stroller mafia sometimes as well.
The stroller mafia, I love it. But it's true.
But it's a nice way because even I've lived in Hoboken a long time, or even other aspects in the city. It's just nice where it's a safe place. It's not just like you're not bringing your kid to a bar, you know, 2 a.m. You're bringing your kid to, you know, an outdoor place at 2 p.m, like with like friends and stuff. So it gives you kind of that like family life balance, I think.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So just to recap a few ideas. So parks, playgrounds, waterfront activities, interactive museums, food halls with options for everyone, right? Seasonal events, festivals, right?
What's your favorite food hall?
You know what? In Hoboken, I have a favorite place, and it's the Cuban because I am Puerto Rican. I love Latino food. But food halls, I don't know. The Ainsworth is a food hall? I don't know.
No, that's it's a restaurant.
Is that a restaurant?
Well, I'm thinking you have like 2 kind of options too. It's not necessarily food hall, but you have like Pier 13 has a bunch of food trucks, and I love options. But then you can go into the city and you have like Hudson Eats or the Time Out Markets. There's one in like Dumbo, and there's one in Union Square,
and that
gives
the Time Out Market.
Yeah, so you have like a lot of different options, or even Urban Space has like some markets too. And it's nice because even if you have like that picky eater kid, you can go get what you want, but then you also could go get what they want too.
Exactly. All right, Amanda, this has been great. So let's do a little quick recap. Which one's your favorite out of all of these?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it would say a lot about me if I say Solo Vibes.
Okay. Hey, because you know what? Sometimes people can limit you, but you're not going to limit yourself. So you're going to run with it. And you're going to say, I want to take myself out. I'm going to do it, right?
Well, I think maybe a combination of Solo Vibes and I think Solo Vibes and kind of maybe expensive but worth it.
Yeah, because you want to treat yourself.
Yeah, because I think that you do need to treat yourself. Even like the fact, I mean, you mentioned like even sports experiences and stuff too. There's a lot of things like even like going to the clubs and stuff like that. And it's like I'm very hard on like actually treating myself to things. Yeah. So the fact that there's so many options with, you know, whether it's like really great seats for a game, or treating yourself to a spa experience, or just actually doing something for yourself.
Yes.
But it also equally can be just like taking yourself out for the sun, like making yourself get out of bed or like go for that early workout class. Yeah. Like that's, I mean, treating yourself is like even just taking care of your body too.
Of course. And Amanda, so what's next for you and how can people become part of your journey?
I think that we are going to be doing another season for the podcast.
Yes,
so that is so we're in the process of doing that. We're finishing up season 1. So I think that even just expanding the amount of guests that we have too.
That's right.
I'm also going to be doing some more video projects because I live in New Jersey. My podcast is about New Jersey, but I'm not just about New Jersey.
Of course.
So I think there's going to be more travels in my experience or in my content as more video interviewing content. So I'm going to need you on the other side.
She ready.
And we also I will be doing media stuff for Jersey City Pride.
Amazing.
In August.
Yes.
So
come check out Jersey City Pride because Amanda does a great job and she has a booth and it's amazing.
So, so I think that everyone can follow me at Don't Sit Home. So even if there is anything that we didn't cover and that people have questions about, they can just DM me or follow along for what I have up my sleeve this summer because I will not be sitting home. That is
love
for sure.
it. And how can people follow you? Because your QR code was just up.
At Don't Sit Home on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and at the Best of New Jersey podcast on Instagram.
I love it. Follow. Amanda's an amazing person, an amazing friend. I'm so lucky to know her. Get to know her because you will have some fun and you won't sit home. So, all right, Amanda, you just gave us 5 ways to get outside and live your best life. So no more excuses. where are we going first? Okay, girlfriend, because I can't wait to do my next adventure with you. If there's one thing we learned today, it is that there is something to do anywhere. You just need the right guide, and Amanda is that guide. For free and fun to luxury worth the splurge, from date nights to solo vibes to family days, you just gave us the blueprint to stop scrolling and start living. So here's your reminder. Don't sit home, get outside, explore your city, and, support local. Thank you, Amanda, for coming on tonight, and it was an amazing time to spend with you here on the Community Spotlight podcast. Until next time, thank you and good night. Amazing. Now we can have fun. We can just go crazy here.
Was that okay?
Yeah. It was beautiful. I love it.